Okay, but our big story tonight that we've been following. The Shiv Sena's almost unprecedented targeting of none other than cricketing genius Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin versus the Shiv Sena. Has the Sena lost the plot? Let's go across to our talking point panel tonight. Senior journalist and Mumbaikar Anil Dharkar, senior sports journalist Ayaz Menon, and the Shiv Sena spokesperson Rahul Narvekar. I want to start with you, Mr. Narvekar. Sachin Tendulkar said that he was a proud Maharashtrian, but said he was an Indian first and that Mumbai belongs to everyone. What is so objectionable about what Sachin said for the Shiv Sena to have targeted him in this manner?
Well, insofar as this issue is concerned, our party supremo, Honorable Shri Balasaheb Thackeray, has already expressed his views on this issue. And once the view of Honorable Balasaheb Thackeray are placed on this issue, there is no question of anyone commenting further on the issue. And a clear reading of that article will put light on that issue, and there will be nothing more which needs to be answered by anyone else once Balasaheb has already expressed his views on it.
Alright, let's just look at some of the things that Mr. Thackeray has said. He has said Sachin should concentrate on playing cricket and not try to get into what he calls the Marathi mind space. Effectively, aren't you really insulting someone? Sachin Tendulkar, after all, is regarded as one of the greatest Maharashtrian icons today.
I don't think there is an element of insult involved in this issue. We have the highest respect and regard for Sachin. That has also been expressed in today's article. And a clear reading of that article by any person will make it clear, absolutely clear what the issue is. And I think a clear reading will solve this issue.
Mr. Narvekar, but you're not being clear here. You're not answering just what is so objectionable. Sachin Tendulkar says, I'm a proud Maharashtrian, I'm an Indian first. What's so objectionable about that?
According to me, I mean, from a reading of that article, there is absolutely no issue. There is nothing objectionable. Honorable Balasaheb Thackeray has placed his views before everyone, and we totally subscribe to those views.
Okay, the Shiv Sena seems to be going on the defensive there, Anil Dharkar. Are you surprised by this? The fact is that across the country, and in Mumbai itself, most people seem to be isolating Bal Thackeray on this specific issue. Do you believe the Shiv Sena has bitten more than they can chew by taking on Sachin Tendulkar?
I think they've lost the plot. You know, after the MNS came into prominence, I think there was some kind of desperation with the Sena, because what the Sena regarded as this territory of guarding the rights of the Marathi Manus was suddenly usurped by the MNS. So there's an element of desperation which has crept in. And the fact that MNS did not take up this issue, but Sena did, suggests to me that the MNS at least knows that Tendulkar is such a huge icon in Maharashtra that he cannot be attacked. And Sena has attacked him in complete desperation. That's all.
That's interesting that you're saying that, because this is a fallout of the MNS Shiv Sena fight. Let me put that to you, Mr. Narvekar. Isn't this entirely political? You want to be, as Anil Dharkar is suggesting, one up on the MNS, but you're only embarrassing yourself by choosing the wrong person to target. At least the MNS chose Abu Azmi, who's controversial. You've chosen perhaps the one person whom no one has ever suggested is remotely political or controversial in Sachin Tendulkar.
No, I think this is your view, Rajdeep, but there's nothing political about this. We have praised Sachin in the past. We still hold him in very high regard. There are certain things which we found objectionable, and as a political party, we've expressed our views on the issue. There's absolutely no question of making it a political issue.
All right, we're seeing that debate there. Ayaz Menon, I'd like to ask you, certainly Sachin Tendulkar, he's a cricketer, he's far away from politics, and to see him attack like this has really got everyone's hackles up. But in a sense, is it only because he's a sportsman that he's getting that sympathy today?
No, I think he's more than just a sportsman. I think he's he's such a huge role model for India, and I think it's interesting that Sachin, at this juncture of his life, has come up with this kind of a statement or a sentiment. And I think that kind of perhaps has rattled the Shiv Sena, which is, as Anil says, is looking for brownie points vis-a-vis the MNS. And Sachin Tendulkar, who's otherwise, he is never shied away from the fact that he's also a Marathi Manus. But I think he's got the priority right. I mean, all Marathi Manuses are also Indians first. What's the big deal?
No, but
and I think that he's put it in perspective.
But Ayaz, do you believe that Sachin Tendulkar, given in over the 20 years you've seen him, he's never raised anything which would remotely be construed as political? Do you actually believe that when he responded to that question, Ayaz, that he was trying to send out a political signal to the MNS of the Shiv Sena by saying, I'm proud to be a Maharashtrian, but I'm an Indian first, and that Mumbai belongs to everyone?
I don't think he was trying to raise a political issue. I think he was just stating the state of mind of his, and which is subscribed to by millions and billions of Indians. So I think maybe it's just kind of blown up because Sachin has said it. But what he has said is, what's the big deal? That's what I'm trying to understand. What is the Shiv Sena editorial all about? We are all Indians first and we are whatever else after that.
Yeah, I want to bring you Rahul Narvekar on this. Today for a national audience, it may seem surprising the Shiv Sena taking on Sachin Tendulkar. But the Sena has a history of taking on prominent Maharashtrians. You've taken on a Vijay Tendulkar in the past. You've taken on P.L. Deshpande. What kind of Maharashtrian Asmita now does the Sena stand for if it attacks its own Maharashtrian icons?
All I would say on this is I totally subscribe, so does my party subscribes to the views of my party leader, my party supremo, and we find nothing objectionable. At every point of time, whenever criticism was done with regards to any particular individual, it was done with due merit, and we totally subscribe to what Balasaheb has said.
No, Mr. Narvekar, Mr. Thackeray certainly represents the whole Shiv Sena. You can say that, but you concede that the Shiv Sena does not have the right to speak for all Maharashtrians. To that extent, in a sense, you don't have a right to tell Sachin Tendulkar what he should say?